Greetings and salutations, I'm Zook, your lovable Norman, and welcome back to Geeks Anonymous. In this video, we're continuing the free-to-play RAGNAROK online guide, which will help you get from level 31 to 55 in a breeze without paying a cent. In our last video, we just achieved level 31. I forgot to note that once you finish the Sunken Ship instance, you will be rewarded with a Blessed Flower Ring. This ring can actually be enchanted by returning it to Father Rome, where you will choose which one of the status scores you would like to increase. It should also be noted that at this point, you can actually teleport back to your save point without using a butterfly wing, just by using your Eden group badge once every 2 hours. Now that we're level 31, we can continue the quest from our helpful Galapagos friend Shorty. Use the Help Me Shorty item in your inventory to summon our friend, where you will notice that we are past the level that he will buff you, and it's time for us to prepare to part ways. Upon speaking with Shorty, he will ask you to go to Payon Tavern to help look for his friend. Heading to Payon Tavern, you will find an NPC there that will direct you to the field southwest of Prontera. At this point, we used a butterfly wing to quickly transport back to Islud and began our journey from there. Continue to head west, and remember that if you get lost, you can use your Navi and simply search for the NPC named Salty. Once you find Shorty's old friend, you will part ways with the Galapagos and receive your first costume hat. Costume pieces are items that go into the separate equipment tab where your shadow gear is, and will overwrite the look of whatever gear you're currently wearing. You can now use a butterfly wing to return to our save point and then teleport back to the Eden group. Here you will find Instructor Boya behind the main desk, and she will have a mission for you that will grant you some much welcomed gear upgrades. This quest scales depending on your level range. In this case, we're sent to Payon to investigate the Ghost Cave. Head to Payon Cave, located near the Archers Guild, 1 map north of Payon. Speak with Coral of the Para team, who will instruct you to destroy 15 skeletons. Return to Coral, and he will then request you to hunt down 10 Popperings. Now, if you see any large glowing mobs like these are special mobs that are more resilient and sometimes summon mobs of their own, but bank much more experience points. After dispatching of the Popperings, return to Coral, whose request is now satisfied, allowing you to return to Boya. Once you speak with Boya at the Eden group, go through the North Portal, often referred to by players as the Blue Gates. Head down the hall and take a right through the portal where you will find an NPC named Mahail. Depending on your class, you may get a choice of your weapon. In this case, I chose the two-handed weapon Slayer to complement my two-handed Knight build. If you're also playing a swordsman and plan on going Crusader, however, a one-handed option might be the better choice since you can wield a shield with it. As always, refer to your build on IRO Wiki if you're unsure of which is the best. Now, when you equip your new set of Eden equipment, it's a good idea to hang on to your previous equipment for when you transcend at level 99. More information on transcending when we get there. Our next goal is to hit level 40. You can either do the Eden quest boards like we did in episode 2. Some of these quests will actually net you more novice potions and other consumables that will help you on your journey. But we decided to stay in Payon and head to the town's board to work on accumulating Eden quest marks. Eden quest marks are awarded for many different reasons, but at this level you get 1 Eden quest mark for every 4 town hunts that you accomplish. Eden quest marks can be exchanged at the Merry Badger in the Eden group for a myriad of different items like XP buffs, loot buffs, and even halter leads for faster movement. Choosing to hunt all, we seek out our first target, Bigfoots, with big feet. Another reason we prefer doing the town boards over the Eden boards is that there's less travel, which means less expenditure on teleportation. Since the town board hunts normally require you to hunt 150 of that mob, you can simply stay in one area, cutting down moving time from map to map, and allowing you to familiarize yourself with your classes, skills, and techniques, as well as the skills and techniques of those enemies. After hunting Bigfoot to near extinction, we head back to Payon Cave to hunt 150 skeletons. After dispatching the skeletons on Payon Cave Floor 1, we head east to the next map. Here, we need to destroy soldier skeletons. Be careful, as everything on this floor is hostile except for the Agra. We'll also meet the second form of the familiar here, the Draenler, which are not to be trifled with at this level. Be careful of big groups of archer skeletons, as they have a high chance to cause your character to flinch, so take your time. Don't be afraid to sit and rest for HP and SP regen. Once you dispatch of the 150 soldier skeletons, return to the Pay on Quest boards and level up. In this case, we actually jumped 3 entire levels on top of what we had already accumulated just by hunting the monsters. We have now achieved a high enough level to return to Boya and accept her next mission, Conquer Orc Village. Here we return to Islud and speak with the Kafra employee. This Kafra employee in Islud has the cheapest prices to the main city, with Geffen only costing 120 zeti. Teleport to Geffen and head over to the town boards. Since we're going to be hunting orcs anyways, scroll down and select the orc warriors and orc ladies from the list. You'll know which town board to choose by the quest marker above it. After taking the quest, we need to actually head to the orc village, and there are 2 ways of doing so. You can either head back to Islud and continue walking west until you reach the field with the orcs. Orc village is 1 map over from there. Taking this route can be dangerous though due to the high volume of enemies, but will assist you in your hunt quest while you're headed to your destination. Another method, however, is to speak with the dungeon teleporter and eating group, who can actually teleport you directly to that field. In order to register, make sure you and your party members are all present and then select which of the dungeon you would like to reserve. This reservation service costs 25,000 zeni in order to proceed, but it will allow you to teleport an unlimited amount of times until you clear the reservation. Now, if this zeni cost is too high for you, one of our helpful little porgs in chat actually pointed out that if you have less than 20,000 zeni, this service is free. So if you have a friend or another character you can exchange it to, do so, get yourself below the 20,000 mark, and teleport that way. Upon reaching Orc Village, we head into the hut at the northwestern part of the map, where we meet Hooksha from the Para team. She will instruct you to hunt 10 orc babies. These can be found on the same map that you teleport into via the dungeon teleporter, but they are actually more common along with the orc ladies 1 field to the east. Once you've completed hunting the orc babies, return to Hooksha and then follow her request to dispatch of 10 orc warriors. It should be noted that an MVP actually spawns on both of these maps, so if you see a mob that you're unfamiliar with, usually accompanied by a large group, don't make the same mistake as us and try to avoid it. After killing the warriors, return to Hooksha for her final request of hunting 10 orc ladies. At this point, you may actually notice players frequently buying orc items. This is a great way to turn in some of those vouchers for some quick zeni. Finish killing the 150 orc warriors and orc ladies for the town boards, and then turn in the final quest to Hooksha before returning to Geffen. After turning in the board quests, you will level up and be rewarded your first Eden Mark badge. Make sure to keep a hold of this for later. Now we'll return to Boya and speak with Mihail again to receive another upgraded version of your Eden weapon, boots, and uniform. Hey, you made it through another video. Thanks again, and join us next time where we'll be changing our jobs and continuing the Reno and Lumen quest line. And we'll be helping you level for free in Ragnarok Online. So until then, toodaloo.
Bye.